Hello everyone, welcome back. I have been busy, like really busy. I really wanted to finish the FICSMAS, um, and I have been busy building that factory. So this time I wanted to mimic sort of like a entertainment park or something like that, and make sort of like a FICSMAS factory dedicated to all like the trees and everything. And I have finished that. I spent a lot of time. I think this is my first factory where I have completed it, including like the decorations, like the factory itself, like the pathways, lights, everything, including power setup and everything. So, which is perfect, which is something that we'll go through in today. And as of today, it's December 15th. So I finished everything, but all I can unlock is till like 15th. But every single day, based on that date, if you click on that number, you'll unlock some rewards. So it will go all the way up till 25th. 25th is the last date. So which is perfect. Before that, I finally automated everything in this Christmas tree. So last time we unlocked all the MAM unlocks everything till the end, but this was the final thing for which you needed the star. The star is surprisingly, it takes a very long time for it to stack up because if you see the recipe, it's really slow. It's 1 per minute. So even and getting 5 per minute itself is tough because you need to make a lot of stuff. And it also need 20 candy cans is fine, but it's a FICSMAS wreath which will take a long like you need to overclock some stuff to get the 5 one, because by default I think it's 2. So yeah, but even if you do all of that, all you get is like 1 per minute, so it takes a very long time for you to get 500. So I just let it run for a couple of hours, and I was able to get it. So let me just unlock it. I want to see what happens.
Fantastic. Wonderful. Oh look, it's so shiny. You are such a wonderful person. I am sure every other human would agree. Let's call them right now. Oh no, they're not picking up. I am sure it's nothing, except... Oh, look. Earth is gone. Everyone's gone. Does that make you feel good? Fortunately for you, this was only a simulation of the possible consequences of neglecting your duties. Happy holidays.
And Ada is savage. She doesn't want me to have fun at all. She doesn't want me to enjoy holidays or anything like that. She just wants me to work. Okay, so every single time I'm unlocking MAM stuff, this tree has been getting more prettier and more beautiful. At the end, it's this star. So I got this star. Pretty nice. I think I unlocked the trinket. I think it's a customization. Yes, this one. So it's a trinket to my build gun, sure. And along with that, I unlocked that. Even this is new. Pretty nice. Okay. So yeah, so that is it. I have completed everything in FICSMAS. It says completed, which is pretty nice. Now let's go check out our factory. Now look at that. I'm so happy. I'm really happy about how it turned out. I even made like proper pathways for the trucks to go through. Like it's complete with lights. There are like pathways to walk. It's like an entertainment park where people can come, children can come enjoy. There are like, I even built sort of like a playground over there. So I'll go through everything. So we enter through here. It says welcome to FICSMAS. So the people who are going through cars, they can take a drive through the park and move out to wherever they want. This is the other entryway, which is nice. And if they want, they can just go through these walkways and enjoy the park. So the factory starts from here. By the way, there is a customization called skins, which is FICSMAS skins, that can be applied to these conveyor belts and pipes. So it's a specific Christmas driven theme. So this is the only factory which has that. This is the only factory which, sorry, not Christmas, it's FICSMAS, FICSMAS themed. So yes, this is the only factory which has that, which is pretty nice. So there are pathways everywhere. There are pathways. I wanted to use both the stairs and this ramps so that it's sort of like a real entertainment park, so that it is like wheelchair friendly. I think all the parks have that, right? So I incorporated those so that every single direction you can approach using wheelchairs and stuff. And then over here, this is the snow thing. which is FICSMAS snow cannon. So it is constantly blowing snow. Then there are more trees over here. There are like snowmen. I put the snowmen at appropriate places wherever there is like actual snow blowing, so that the temperature needs to be low for it to not melt. So, and there are some candy canes like this at some places, but everywhere it's approachable through walkways. You can walk through it, which is pretty nice. And there are railings so that they don't step onto factories and hurt themselves. But these are sort of like viewing decks where they can actually see the factory in motion, things getting built and all of that. So that is pretty nice. Then I put some decorations like this, which is also pretty nice at the end of constructors and stuff. And also there is this FICSMAS power lights. So you can apply this to any power line. So these lines, so basically it becomes sort of like a light structure. So that's pretty nice. It's a decoration piece. Then we come here towards the end. Then there is a snow dispenser, which is also blowing snow down below onto the snowman, which is pretty nice. All in all, it turned out really well. So this pathway, like people can take, the children can take, families come here, they enjoy. So this is like the storage area. People can access storage area because this is sort of like a shopping area where all the things over here they can buy. So this is a storage area, for example, for certain price they can buy these stuff, somewhat like a real entertainment park, right? So this is still building up. Nice. So yeah, so some of these are completely built up, but yeah, they can buy whatever they want. That's the only thing that they have access to. Then it's like blocked, right? So that is pretty nice. Then they can come here and they can go further into the factory and just take a look around. So this is all the factory place. Then there is couple more stuff over here in storage spaces again, which people can buy. Then there are more pathways. I made this elevated pathway to cross the roads as it's safer. Then they can take it all the way through till the end, like through this pathways, and come all the way over here. So this is all the late game factory stuff regarding FICSMAS. And after this, through here, they'll come to this area. This is sort of like playground. I tried to give this some sort of what is that, like a brown color look, brown color tiles, so that to give it a look sort of like it's a soil, that sort of nature, like a playground. There is no specific texture to give it like a soil. There's like coated concrete or concrete and stuff like that, but I wanted to make it feel like it's soil, so I just made it brown. And this is filled with like these street lights so that people can come here. This is like the enjoyment part at the end. And this is also the part where it has access to the stars, which is like a very costly item which they can buy in the entertainment store. And then they have snowballs to play with. So children can play with that. Children can even get gifts. Then children can even play with like FICSMAS factory card. Just let's assume it's FICSMAS factory card, not just factory card. And yeah, basically everyone can enjoy and have a sweet time. It's filled with candy canes, filled with snowmen, filled with snow cannons. And also this FICSMAS tree has this dome shaped structure which is being supported by these columns, which has multiple dispensers constantly showering with snow, so that it's always at a low temperature. Snowman doesn't melt, to give the similar feeling of this winter holiday. So that will be there always. And everywhere it is filled with these light towers. So during night time, all of these have like night mode on. So all of these turn on during night time, give a really nice lighting for this entire place. So this was really nice. This was a very fun project. I really wanted to complete this FICSMAS factory. It took quite a while. It was not easy. The recipes are quite easy, but as I came towards the end of the FICSMAS stuff to make, it was still pretty labor intensive. Like I had to make some stuff. Also, I spent a lot of time decorating stuff, so that also took some time. I put all the patterns and everything. This is how I wanted all of my factories to look like, every single one of those, but it takes a very long time. It takes a really long time to make something like this. So yeah, and the way this entire structure is being held up is through these columns, which is actually holding this entire structure up. This is how it is all the way around. So that also looks really good. So yeah, that's pretty nice. I am really liking this. You can actually walk under here, so that's nice. And also there was a crash site in the middle, so I made this sort of like a viewing deck, so people who are coming from outer space, so basically this is how I imagine people who come to visit this place. This is a completely new planet, so the only way they can visit our place is through the space elevator. So humans, they visit this place through the space elevator. They come on board to my actual factory over there through the hub, through the space elevator, and from there they come to this area to enjoy. And then they take these walkways to enjoy everything like an entertainment park. Then they see the crash site, sort of like a historic view as to how some of the pioneers crashed, died, all of that. They'll enjoy. They'll learn something, and they'll walk through, see how factories are running. Then they'll walk through, take a good look at everything. Then they finally go to the playground and enjoy their sweet time. And they finally make it back to the road and be on their way. So that's the logic, or that's the idea that I was going for. Of course, there's still a lot of stuff to be done because my space elevator doesn't have its own dedicated spot. Once it gets a dedicated spot, there'll be like walkways, roads connecting that to my actual this base, and also this road thing. Like this road will not end over here. This will actually connect all the way to the other side. So that's the plan. So but I did not have a clear structure till now, but finally I was able to make everything, including the roads and everything. So and also these FICSMAS lights are only in this area. This entire FICSMAS lights, FICSMAS trees, all the FICSMAS decoration, any single thing. Basically, if I go here, this trees, FICSMAS candy canes, snowman, every single thing is only in this area. Oh, by the way, I did not mention this. So these are called FICSMAS gifts. So this is a way that you can automate all your factories. So that thing, which is FICSMAS gift, this one, is constantly generating 15 gifts per minute. That's a lot. So, when I thought about it, I just put these all around. I think there are around 38 or 40 of these trees, and which is generating around 600 gifts per minute. And my Mark 5 belts can easily handle that. So I just made everything in a manifold setup, and I am putting all the inputs to the factory. So in series. So I haven't load balanced this factory at all, which helped me quite a bit to beautify stuff because I could make it streamlined. And I also really like how this factory turned out because the factory is not in a symmetric manner. It is not in a chaotic manner either, but it's still pretty unorganized, meaning that you cannot really, if it's like say symmetric, you can clearly say, okay, it will look boring, right? After a couple of times, but this is not like that. It has very unique shapes and everything, and it's looking really nice. So that's good. And there is not just one tree, there are like 3 different trees, one tree over here, the other one over there, the one over there. That is like the main playing ground tree. These two are like, this tree is specifically for people who are going through the road to see this, enjoy that. This one is specifically in this park so that the people can get a brief glimpse of how it is when they're walking around. So stuff like that. And only thing people have access is to this containers, so that it's sort of like a shopping center in this entertainment area. So yeah, it turned out pretty well. I'm quite happy. So now finally, I'll just quickly go over the factory. There is nothing much. Like initially, I think it's just leaves. There are 2 of these. And then there is one for candy cane. Then there's one for FICSMAS bow. I have overclocked some of these just to make some of these numbers look good. You don't need to. I haven't balanced it at all, so you don't need to do any of that, but it is there. And then I take the input all the way from here and I put it over here. So this is making red ornament. I have put 3 of these together because 5 is really less, and I needed this to make these trees and all of that. So I was constantly running out of it, so I just made a couple more, like 3 of these, so that it's 15 per minute, and that's that. Then there is a blue one over here. Blue one naturally makes 15 per minute, so it didn't make sense to have red one 5. Of course, I overclocked this one to get 15, but naturally I think it made 10. So blue one was already had a high throughput, so I didn't have to overclock it too much. And then there is this copper ornament, then the iron ornament, and then there is this ornament bundle, and then there is this FICSMAS wreath. So slowly it's getting more and more complex. Like there is a red and blue, which is the default. Then there is this copper and iron, which is a little bit more complex. And then there is this ornament, which is even more complex than red, iron and copper. Then there is this wreath, which is even more complex than the ornament. So it slowly became more and more complex, which I really like. And then, yeah, this entire area is basically making the wreath. So all of this output is actually going over here. And then finally, this entire structure from here till all the way over there is making mostly one single part, which is the star. The final star that we want to make is being made over here, this wonder star. So this part is like making wreath stuff. This finally I think will make this wreath, then finally this will get the star. This needs candy canes, so candy canes are being made over here, and that is being fed into this. So this one can finally make the star. And over towards here, it's the snow to snowball is being made over here, and then finally the gifts. The excess gifts at the end of the line, I'm just storing it in the storage box. I'm also putting it into a dimensional depot just for the sake of it. So yeah, and I made sure these are in this playground area because I really wanted the gifts, snowman, and this one, the star, to be in this playground area because it just makes sense. Like children want to play with snowballs, they want to get gifts, they want to get stars, and all of that. It's sort of like that. So yeah, it's pretty nice. It turned out really well. I slowly kept on planning and building as I went through. I deleted a lot of stuff when I was building, just trying out different stuff, and finally settled with this. So it's really nice. Finally, I did something which I can be sort of like happy with in terms of decoration. So which is nice. So yeah, I also tried going through here using truck. Truck is really difficult. Explorer is easy. Going through here, Explorer or the tractor is easy, but truck is difficult. Truck is way too big for me to go through in this road. That's another reason why I'm not using trucks for any of my throughputs, because this is like 3x3 across. You can't even ride it with 3 across. You need like 4 across to ride truck properly. Like you can't make turns. Straight you can go, but turns you can't do it properly. So you need like 4 across, which is so much area. It's too much. So yeah, overall I will say this is looking pretty good. This is filled with lights and stuff, so that is also nice. So let me just turn it into nighttime. I have the sky UI, so I can just make this and turn on the lights. Of course, I need to go near some places for these lights to show up, so it isn't perfect, but these lights, yeah. So there is this light which is actually this is lighting this area, like this specific Christmas tree, FICSMAS tree, and then there are these lights on these areas, which is pretty nice. And then finally for the playground, I made it just white light because people want to see properly in the playground. And then finally over here, it's again a blue light on this FICSMAS tree. So yeah, the factory is looking pretty nice. I did not just shower this area with lights everywhere because that doesn't look that good. I wanted it to have this festive sort of mood, so I put some blue lights. On the playground it's just white light, and over here the factory itself will light this place up, and also there are these festive lights, this FICSMAS power light, so that's more than enough. So yeah, it turned out pretty well. I'll say it's pretty nice everywhere, and I'm quite liking it. And all of these power things are actually hooked up to my main base. So it's over here. I finally realized what I wanted to use this for. This will be my master power, where everything will get attached to. This power line is a temporary setup, this one. I will change that to something else, but yeah. So this was the FICSMAS factory. These are like FICSMAS lights. This is also the lights for these. Sorry. Yes, yes. So the FICSMAS lights are the lights in the FICSMAS factory. These things are the street lights, which are over here, which is attached to that. So yeah, pretty nice. All the street lights are connected to this. And then finally over here, this is a master power. So that will turn on anything and everything in my world. So yeah. And apart from all of that, I have only put like one tree over here. Just for decorating stuff. So, and I think this is looking pretty nice. So I'll just keep that as it is. So yeah, I have done everything that I want with FICSMAS. There is nothing more. I even moved some belts. There were like lots of belts over here which were moving at a very high altitude, and I moved everything to lower altitudes. Even this one was at a much higher altitude, so I just moved it to be a bit lower so that it feels bit normal. Like if something is going somewhere like at the half the height of this tower, then it just doesn't make sense. So now it's making more sense and it's proper. And some of these structures I properly gave it some supports and everything. I don't like it when structures are dangling in air and physics part of it doesn't make sense. I really hate it. So every single thing that is over here, it's like properly supported with beams, structures, pillars, and yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty nice. There are pathways everywhere also so that everyone can access it, including wheelchair access. That is also something which was constantly bugging me when I just use stairs everywhere. So yeah, this is pretty nice. So I am done with it. So FICSMAS is done. FICSMAS factory is complete. Now I can start continuing with my actual projects that I wish to do to end the game, right? To achieve success, save the day program, to build the space elevator. So many things to do. So yeah, I need to work on my weapons factory next. That is my goal. So the next project that I'll start with is a weapons factory, and I think that factory also will be something like this, where I won't be making blueprints, but I will make that factory complete in every single sense, that I don't have to touch it again. Because weapons factory is also something which is completed. Like I have everything unlocked except nukes. Nukes is the only thing which I don't have unlocked, and I don't know if I can get it anytime soon or even make it soon. So yeah, apart from that, everything else is done. So I'll be making that. And one other good thing about this is that this actually covered part of my base right next to my main base. I was really wondering what should I do with all of this free space. Now this looks so much better. This is looking really nice. And also over here, if I make some other small factory over here or somewhere, that will connect this FICSMAS factory to my actual base and everything. So that is pretty nice. Anyway, I do need to make a turbo motor factory, so that might come somewhere here. I even need to make weapons factory, so that might also come somewhere here. So yeah, so everything is looking pretty good. And I also learned that I can just put this dimensional depot right on top of the storage depot and connect it like this, which saves so much space and looks so much cooler. So I'm just starting to do that, and it's looking pretty nice. So with that, yeah, FICSMAS factory is done. Happy FICSMAS, everyone. I think I'll be releasing this on December 25th, so it'll be on time, perfect time. And yeah, FICSMAS is done. It's complete. And with next thing, I'll be starting with weapons factory. So with that, thank you everyone. See you guys in the next video. Bye.